Each year during the second week of May, we recognize National Nurses Week to celebrate the many contributions of these special caregivers, especially nurses of color. Now, joining us today is Helena Faustian, a registered nurse, cookbook author, and creator of the blog, That Nurse Can Cook. Now, Helena is kicking off a special campaign with Band-Aid brand to help honor nurses of color. Good morning,
Good
Nurse
morning,
Helena.
James.
How are you?
I'm
Yeah,
great.
Well, great. Now, why is it so important to honor nurses?
Well, James, I can speak for myself. Listen, on the front lines of the pandemic was incredibly stressful. I have a husband and 2 kids waiting for me at home after every shift, and Band-Aid brand has established the Nurses OURTONE Recharge Fund to help alleviate the stressors that await us when we get home after every shift.
Now, what's the story behind the bandages?
Well, these bandages are created from the brand's most flexible fabric. They're made in shades of brown and they flex as you move. And what they do is embrace the beauty of diverse skin tones. So I'm so excited that Band-Aid has created this line to honor us.
Now, tell us a little bit more about the program.
Sure. The Nurses OURTONE Recharge Fund was a fund established to help alleviate the stressors that are associated with the everyday tasks and responsibilities that await nurses like me when we get home. You know, there's cooking, there's laundry, there's groceries, and there's a whole lot of house chores waiting for us after every shift.
Wow. Okay. Now, what else is being done to help Black nursing community?
Sure. Band-Aid brand is partnering with artist Reina Noriega to create a custom line of thank you cards that are honoring our healthcare heroes. And a part of her advocacy for the Black and Brown community, these custom thank you cards are honoring our frontline heroes during these unprecedented times.
Now, what are some of the other issues challenging nurses and healthcare?
Well, I can personally attest to this. Things are always incredibly tight, but the American Nurses Association has projected that by the year 2030, we are going to need an estimated 1.2 million nurses. So Band-Aid brand has launched a multi-year commitment of $300,000 in sponsorship to the National Black Nurses Association and the Foundation of the National Student Nurses. And their goal is to help increase representation and equity in the nursing profession.
Now, where can our viewers go for more information?
For more information on these awesome thank you cards and to learn more about the Nurses OURTONE Recharge Fund, head on over to Band-Aid Brand's Instagram account at Band-Aid Brand.
I've been talking today with Helena Faustian, registered nurse, cookbook author, and creator of That Nurse Can Cook blog. But I have one last question for you, Helena. You talk about how especially women nurses who come home, they got to clean, they got to cook, and they do all this other stuff. So how did it go for you on Mother's Day?
Mother's Day was awesome. For the first time, I got to sit back, relax, and have someone else do all the work for a change.
So they took care of the queen, didn't they?
Of course, like the queen that I am, of course.
Oh, Helena, thank you for joining us on Morning Blend.
Thank you so much, James. It's a pleasure.